Hey, what's up garden friends? Welcome to Field Trip, and my name's Kevin Jordan, and I truly hope you're having a great day. In today's video, I'm gonna show you a little bit of a tour of our garden right now. We've got an organic garden full of vegetables, berries, and we've got plenty of organic fruit trees out here in the orchard as well. So we're gonna go on a quick tour to show you how our garden is looking right now in the beginning of June. Let's take a look. All right, so first things first, you can see we've got some nice fabric pots here, all hooked in with irrigation. That is how we did it. We've got plenty of tomatoes, lots of herbs. They're all growing. Some of them need to be cut back. You can see, look how beautiful this oregano is. It's truly magnificent. But we got tons of thyme, basil in. Look at these little tomatoes we're growing. They don't get much taller than about a foot or so, and they are packed full of tomatoes already. These ones are called Golden Hour. They are a new hybrid. There's our Carolina Reaper right there. Oh yeah. So I've been working in the compost pile, trying to extract as much of the finished compost as possible. But what I really want to show you, at least to start off with, is our in-ground vegetable beds. So right now we have basil in the ground. You can see here all these flowers we have around the perimeter. They are almost going to be gone pretty soon. It's getting a little too hot for them. We got a lot of pansies and some viola. We had some snapdragons as well, and they do not like the heat. Things are heating up, and so we're going to pull those out, and we'll be putting in marigolds, zinnias, cosmos, probably a lot of sunflowers, probably to start with. Right here, you can see our garlic plants right here, and they are just about done. I can maybe let some of them go a little longer, but we are out of school time. Just to show you, this is what a finished one looks like. I'm gonna pull it right out of the soil. Boom, there you go. That is a nice little clove of garlic, little head of garlic. And so you can see there's that one. They come up really, fairly easy. There you go, I left one behind. Some of them come up easier than others. You can see that one just came out just so easy, but nice. So we got garlic. We've already harvested a ton. Here, we are growing our eggplant. We grow the Black Beauty as well as the Japanese longs. They are delicious. I wasn't even a fan of eggplant until later in life, and now I'm a huge fan. I had some baba ganoush last year, and it was awesome. So we are going crazy on tomatoes this year out in the garden. We, I think, are growing 65 separate plants. And there's probably about 30 to 40 different varieties. I got to do my final count, but they're just going nuts. And so I've been using string, I've been using these posts, and they are getting held up pretty well. We've been pruning a little bit, but now we're letting them kind of fan out and get multiple heads and leads on there and top branches. So hopefully we're gonna have a really good harvest. Here's something I want to show you. This is a new tomato plant that I'm growing, a new variety, not even on the market. I think this one's called, this is by Wild Boar Farms, and it is Berries Crazy Cherry. Look at this. Look, the plant is only 2-3 feet tall. Look how many blossoms are over it. This is also the same variety of plant, and I mean, look at that. There are so many flowers on this tiny little plant. I'm so excited, and I heard they're delicious, so we're looking forward to that. So we're going crazy. We've been amending our soil like wild. And so it's been great. But now before I head down, I kind of want to show you something really quick. We planted these last year. These were boysenberries. Oh, and they're so delicious. I'm telling you, they don't get quite as dark as a blackberry, but you just give them a gentle tug, they come right off. And that is so juicy. You can see my manicure. They are delicious. I love them. They're so good. Oh my God, that is candy. So right here we have the blackberries forming. They're a little bit behind as far as scheduling in comparison, but they are doing well. These were planted last year as small little starts, and these are all thornless, which is fantastic for the students. And one thing I'm really excited to show you is our raspberry plants. Same thing, they were planted as small little starts, what they call a fruit sleeve, a deep rooted container, but they were small. They didn't do much last year, but now they are producing so well. And the same thing, you give them a little tug, they come right off into your hand, and that is the flavor on that. I'm telling you, it's better than anything you're gonna buy in the store. So good. They don't travel very well. They mold really quickly. So that's why if you want them fresh, just grow them yourself and eat them. Oh, so good. Oh my gosh, I wish you guys could taste that. It tastes like something that like fruit drinks and candy are trying to imitate. So cool. So out here in the garden, you guys see we got more going on. We've got tons of peppers. We're growing a lot of sweet peppers, hot peppers. And here we actually have bell pepper plants growing. We have more bell peppers. You can actually see a bell pepper on the plant right here. And see, do you see one? Oh, there you are. And so we've got orange bells, yellow bells, red bells, purple bells, habaneros right here. You see our tomatoes are just going nuts. They're about as tall as I am. They're almost, you know, they're 5 to 6 feet tall now. So they're looking really good, and they're starting to finally get some fruit. We've actually already had a lot of peppers forming on these. We've got some Anaheims, and they are delicious. Nice little stuffing pepper, kind of sweet with a little bit of heat, but really looking forward to that. We do have an empty row, and pretty soon we will be planting some cucumbers. We actually have them planted from seed in our greenhouse, and they're just about ready. So maybe Monday morning we'll come in here and we'll plant some cucumbers in here, because who doesn't love fresh cucumbers? Love it. So like I said, we got a lot of peppers. These are all sweet peppers. These are the candy cane reds. We've got a little lunch box, and what's kind of cool is the plants sometimes on these ones get variegated leaves, and they're kind of fun. And of course, purple bell peppers down here. The rest of the garden is mainly peppers and tomatoes right now, but something I want to show you is our blueberries. Take a look. So all along this fence, and we've had troubles with blueberries here in the past, but it mainly had to do with our watering. We've had issues in the summer with the water getting cut off. One summer the water got cut off completely and they got roasted. And then another summer they were inundated with water from a broken pipe on this side of the field, and then they got swamped out. So we've had some issues where these ones are all kind of recovering from last year's just bad weather in the summer and getting swamped with water. So they're actually recovering quite well, I would say. And here's a nice healthy branch. You can kind of see they're forming on there really nicely. All of these plants, big or small, have tons on there, and they're coming along quite nicely. If you haven't grown blueberries, I suggest you give it a shot if you can where you're living. We grow these ones in ground, and we lower the pH in the soil to kind of benefit them. They do like more acidic soil, and there's some things you can do. That'd be a whole other video, I suppose, but check it out. So here's a look back at the garden so far that we've seen. And here is our empty beds we're dealing with right now. So right now, my task for today is with the students is we're gonna be adding in more compost from the pile over here, cultivating a little bit lightly. As you can see, the rows are pretty much done, but we'll add in a top dressing of compost, and then we're gonna be planting some. This will be our pumpkin patch. Pumpkins need quite a bit of space, and we'll have to direct them outwards and away from all of our tomatoes here, but they're gonna have this whole area over here, and we're gonna grow a nice, you know, a Connecticut field pumpkin or a jack-o'-lantern style pumpkin, ones that every student that we have will get a chance to pick their own pumpkin and do some carving and decorating in the fall. So I'm really looking forward to that. Here's an example of the flowers that were doing good, but the heat is getting to them, and their life cycle's coming to an end, and that's the snapdragons. So we'll probably cut them down and pull them out, compost them, and then replace them with some sunflowers and a few other of the warm weather loving plants. Oh, here's a beautiful tomato right here. Oh, look at that bee flying right in there, doing its job pollinating. Oh, I love that. But you see, this is a black beauty right here. Look how dark those tomatoes are. That's a black beauty. Super cool. So it's gonna be an amazing summer of harvesting. I'll have future videos to look forward to. We'll do some taste testing, but here, look at that. Oh yeah, those are beautiful little kryptonites. And so we are gonna have just an amazing year or summer out here. But when it comes to the orchard, let's take a quick look. You can see our orange trees have already blossomed, and they are packed full of young juvenile oranges. And they're small, they're not big yet. You can see they're hiding in there. And so those won't be ready for a while. But some of the produce that we are growing, other than the citrus, so we got lemons, limes, and oranges and mandarins. We've got 20th century pears, and actually we've crafted other pear varieties onto this. But this tree is covered in pears, but they won't be ready for a while. But you can kind of see there's just tons and tons and tons. We've got a peach tree, actually many peach trees, but here's an example of one that's looking pretty decent. Now, I didn't get a chance to thin these out as much as I would like to, and I probably should here pretty soon. That'd be a good thing to do. And thinning it out, I mean with the fruit. Sometimes these fruit, they compete for space and nutrition on the branch, and they kind of get a little bit weighty. So if you want bigger peaches, as opposed to a ton of smaller peaches, thinning them out early on can be a very helpful thing. And so, as you can see, these trees just get absolutely inundated with fruit as they develop. And so this is a very healthy little canopy here, although I got a little bit of work to do in pruning, but you can see how much fruit is on the way. So a little bit of thinning would definitely be in the cards for me. It would be healthy for the tree and healthy for my belly when I want to eat a lot more fruit. But look at that. Oh, and so we have plenty of trees in the orchard that look like that that are packed full. This is a young plum tree we planted just this time last year. We planted this. This is 1 year old for us as far as in the ground. And you can see that it even got taller last year. We had to cut it back. So it grew taller, taller, taller. I cut it back this winter to here, and you can see it's already grown out and then re-scaffolding out. So we'll have to prune it again and get to branch and branch and branch and scaffold out and get a nice canopy shape. So like I mentioned, we have a lot of fruit trees. Here's a nice healthy pluot tree right here, and you can see it's got some pluots in there forming, and it's pretty much covered all of the interior canopy here. But I love, this is the Flavor Supreme. So that one's covered up as well. Let's make our way down the orchard to see what else we can enjoy really quick. If you've been here this long, please cultivate and dig into that like button. Subscribe if you're not already a channel member or a channel subscriber. We'd love to have you back for more adventures here. Nectarines, I'm sure you knew that one, of course. Gonna be delicious, packed full of nectarines. You can see there's a little lime tree. We just planted this last year, and here is another pluot tree with 3 varieties on one tree, and it is coming along nicely. Really excited about this one, and we've been harvesting, or not harvesting, but we've been pruning and kind of clipping it out and getting it nice and healthy. A lot of the fruit are green on there, so they're a little bit more difficult to see right now, but you can see a few close up right here that are getting a little more color. Ooh, getting closer and closer. So we're gonna be patient on those. Now, one I'm really excited to show off, and I probably should have started with this, is our cherry tree. Now, this is the first year this cherry tree has really produced like this. It took a while for it to get enough mature branches and to get a good structure on it. This is just, look how beautiful all these fruit are. So they're a little bit early. We've tasted some are a little more ripe than others, but they are getting close. You can see that's the color up there we're looking for. That really dark color, although this tree is 3 varieties on one tree, so some of them may not get as dark as others, and that's something to think about. And last but not least, our apium tree. This is one that is just packed full of fruit. I mean, look at this. That's one little branch. And those are all apriums, cotton candy apriums. So good. Oh my gosh, so it's more apricot than plum, but man, it is one of the best fruits that we have out here. It is magnificently delicious. And then of course, we've got our apple trees, and they are packed full as well. And that's where we'll end our video today. So that's our garden. That's a June 2nd tour of our garden. And we are so proud of what we've done this year. I'm so happy with my students and all the work they put in. And we are gonna get to eat and eat and eat when the time comes. So check back with us for more garden adventures, friends. Till next time, happy gardening to you all.